Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving deep into the world of tech myths. You know, those widely believed facts about our devices and software that just aren't true. We're gonna break down why these myths exist, why they're wrong, and what you actually need to know. From cameras to batteries, viruses to privacy, we're covering it all. So, whether you're a tech enthusiast or just starting to explore the digital world, stick around because you might be surprised by what you learn. Let's get right into it. You've probably heard this one before. More megapixels means a better camera, right? Well, not always. While megapixels do contribute to the detail of an image, they don't tell the whole story. Think of it like this. Megapixels are like the number of pixels in your image, basically tiny squares of information. More megapixels mean more pixels, which can mean more detail. But there's a catch. Sensor size plays a huge role. A larger sensor can capture more light, which leads to better low-light performance and overall image quality. It's like having a bigger window to let in more light. Then there's image processing, the software magic that happens after you hit the shutter button. A phone with a good image processing chip can take amazing photos, even with fewer megapixels, because the software is optimizing the image data. So, don't judge a camera solely on megapixels. Look at the sensor size, lens quality, and processing power for the full picture. Ever feel like you're playing app whack-a-mole, constantly swiping them closed to save battery? Stop! It's a common misconception that those background apps are draining your battery. Here's the deal. Modern smartphones are smart. They use sophisticated software to manage apps in the background. When you close an app, you're not actually turning it off completely. You're basically putting it to sleep. It might still be using a tiny bit of battery, but not enough to make a huge difference. In fact, constantly closing and reopening apps can actually use more battery. Think of it like this. It takes more energy to start a car from scratch than it does to keep it idling. The same principle applies to your phone. So, unless an app is acting up or you're not using it for a while, just let it chill in the background. Your battery will thank you. For years, there's been this myth that Macs are immune to viruses. While it's true that Macs historically had fewer viruses compared to PCs, it doesn't mean they're invincible. Times have changed, and Macs have become more popular, making them a bigger target for hackers. Viruses and malware can affect any operating system, whether it's macOS, Windows, or even your smartphone. Don't let your guard down. Think of it like this. Just because you live in a safe neighborhood doesn't mean you should leave your doors unlocked, right? The same goes for your Mac. Use strong passwords, be cautious about suspicious links, and consider using antivirus software for an extra layer of protection. It's better to be safe than sorry. Private browsing mode. Sounds pretty private, right? Well, it's a little more complicated than that. Here's the deal. Private browsing mainly prevents your browser from saving your browsing history, cookies, and site data locally on your device. That means if someone picks up your phone, they won't see your browsing activity. However, it doesn't make you invisible. Your internet service provider, ISP, can still see the websites you visit, and so can your employer or school if you're on their network. Think of it like this. You're wearing a disguise, but you're still leaving footprints in the sand. It's not truly anonymous. So don't confuse private browsing with complete anonymity. If you need true privacy online, consider using a VPN service. Ever heard that leaving your phone plugged in overnight will destroy your battery? It's a common fear, but thankfully, it's outdated. Modern smartphones are equipped with sophisticated battery management systems. They know when to stop charging once the battery is full, preventing overcharging. Think of it like a bathtub with an overflow drain. Once the tub is full, the excess water goes down the drain. Your phone's battery works similarly. However, it's still a good idea to avoid constantly keeping your battery at 100%. Ideally, aim for a range of 20% to 80% to prolong your battery's lifespan. But don't stress about the occasional overnight charge. Your phone can handle it. So there you have it, 5 common tech myths debunked. Hopefully this video helped clear up some misconceptions and gave you a better understanding of how your tech actually works. Remember, the tech world is constantly evolving, and so are the myths surrounding it. Always be critical of what you hear and do your research from reliable sources. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tech tips and debunking myths. See you next time.